That's good. I'm not a white dog, so for me it's not really cool.
Okay, we had heavy rain in my country on Monday, the day we're supposed to have our last lesson, but no one showed up. The rain was very, very heavy.
Mhm.
So I can relate how the rain is, but it's fine. Did you go to school today?
Yes,
You went
under
to,
umbrella and with
you said
umbrella.
what? Okay, with
With
umbrella.
umbrella,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, okay, it's fine. So have you started university yet, or you still in college?
Still in school, but I think it's more like high school. In next year, I would write the exams and then go to university.
Okay, so what course would you like to study in the university?
I don't know.
Haven't you thought about it?
No, I just don't know what to choose, and yeah.
But I thought sometimes ago you said you wanted to be a doctor.
Sometimes I thought about, think about it, but I don't know. It's very difficult to be a doctor.
Is that what you think? Do you think it's really difficult?
To be a doctor, I think yes,
Yeah.
because like um,
I don't think it's that difficult to be a doctor. You just have to be determined. Do you understand?
yes, yes.
So you have to be determined and then you can make it. There's really nothing there. It's not that so difficult. People strive and then eventually they become medical doctors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's fine. Can you log into the platform?
Yes, I'm here now.
Okay,
Back to
so
school.
yes, the topic for today is
Problems with the education system. Oh, I think it's about me.
okay, what problems do you have with education system?
A little bit too much difficult the program school like like
Okay.
I have 1 second, I forgot the words. Like in the past learning physics and math, and it's difficult.
Okay. Do you have
I
like
think
have like a lesson teacher at home or someone who tutors you at home? Or maybe you try to make friends with someone who knows it better. Do you understand? When you make friends with someone who knows it better, the person can guide you, teach you to your understanding, so that because those things you can't run away from it, you will still need it in the university. Do you understand? Or college still need it. So you just have to, excuse me, you have to look for a way to simplify it now. Do you understand? Just try. And if you want to study medicine in the university, you need the chemistry, you need the biology, you need physics, so I and maths. Because I studied laboratory medicine in the university, I can tell you it's not that difficult. If you determine and strive to make it, you can, and you will definitely make it. So I think you should try not to see anything as being very difficult. Rather, you make friends with someone who knows it better. Do you understand?
yes.
Yes, and let the person guide you. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, read what you have.
Hands-on lifelong learning. The process of gaining knowledge and skills throughout your life, often to help you do your job properly. The company encourages lifelong learning.
Yeah, so there's some things you just have to do a lifelong learning, just like the things you learned from your parents or from your home as a growing child. Those things have been keeping you. For example, when you wake up in the morning, you are told to brush your teeth, have your bath, dress your bed, and prepare to school. Do you understand? Those are things that you will need all through your lifetime. Do you understand? I'm just giving you an instance of something that you do like a lifelong learning. You keep on learning how to take care of yourself every blessed day. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, the second one.
Hands-on learning gained by actually doing something rather than getting information or experience from books, lectures, etc. Participatory hands-on learning exercise for disaster risk reduction have demonstrated particularly effective results in ensuring that children are prepared for the environmental crisis their communities face.
Yeah, so that hands-on learning, it's like learning a trade. Do you understand? Learning something with your hand, maybe craft making, or learning how to make ceramics, or how to sew a clothes. Do you understand? Or painting. Do you
Yes,
get?
yes, understand.
That's hands-on learning, yes. Okay, the next one.
To it's read of
Facilitate. To
to facilitate
facilitate.
to
Let me take it.
facilitate learning, to make the activity
Facilitate. To facilitate.
to facilitate
Facilitate. All right, take it again.
to facilitate
Learning.
learning, to make the activity of obtaining knowledge possible or easier. Facilitated learning is where the students are encouraged to make more control of their learning process. The trainer's role becomes that of a facilitator and organizer, providing resources and support to learners. They might also set their own objectives and be responsible for learning assessments. The exchange of information between regions and among subregions may facilitate learning, reduce duplicative experimentation, and promote the diffusion of options with multiple benefits. To facilitate learning, each class is now larger than 30 students.
So just like I was trying to encourage you to maybe make friends with someone or get a tutor who would come home to guide you in physics and maths and chemistry, that is a way of facilitating learning. It's a way of simplifying learning, a way of encouraging you to make learning easier, quicker, and understandable. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, the next one, rote learning.
Rote learning, the act of learning or memorizing something by repetition.
Repetition. Do you usually recite something? Maybe if for example, okay, let me give you a simple example. Maybe your mother sent you to the supermarket to get groceries. Do you understand? And she
Yes,
told you a list of things, and then you didn't write these things. But on your way to the supermarket, you keep on reciting this and said, "Oh, what I'll get at the grocery store or the supermarket, I'll get vegetables, I'll get cucumber, I'll get soap, I'll get cream." Do you understand? You keep on repeating it so you don't forget. Do you understand?
yes.
That's just a simple explanation. Okay, the next one, individualized learning.
Individualized learning, a method of teaching in which content, instructional technology, and pace of learning are based upon the abilities and interests of each learner.
This has to do with your own personal interest. You have to be willing to learn these things. You have to be interested in it. You have to show commitment, put in effort. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, the next one, collaborative learning.
Collaborative learning, the educational approach of using groups to enhance learning through working together. Learning by practice, a method of instruction characterized by systematic repetition of concepts, examples, and practice problems.
Okay, just like what we have in this our group lesson, do you understand? It's more like a collaborative learning. Because in anti school we have individual lessons where it's just a teacher to a student. Do you understand? And we also have group lessons where we have about 2 to 3 persons or 6 persons in a class. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, the next one, skills.
Skills, to teach skills, to give someone knowledge or to train a particular ability that you develop through training and experience and that is useful in a job. Now I'm going to teach you a skill that all young men should know.
Okay, so as to teach a skill is to give someone knowledge or to train someone, just like I said, maybe learning how to sew clothes or something. Do you understand?
Yes,
Yes, that is learning a skill or a trade. Do you understand?
yes.
Okay. The next one.
Um, Skills gap, the difference in the skills required on the job, etc., and the actual skills possessed by
Possessed by the person.
possessed by the person. Example, armed forces veterans looking for work will be signed up to fill the skills gap in the construction industry.
So this is like giving someone a job based on the person's skills. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is skill set.
A skill set, the range of things that someone is good at, especially things that are useful in particular job. When the training is finished, our trainers will be equipped with the skill set necessary to apply for position within conservation management organization.
Okay, that is a range of things that someone is good at. Do you understand? You may be good at cooking, you may be good at culinary. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, the next one is skill shortage.
A skill shortage when there are not enough people available with the skills needed to do the jobs which need to be done. Recent arrivals in the United Kingdom from Central and Eastern Europe have filled skills shortage in construction,
Uh,
agriculture, and healthcare.
Okay, so when you say there is a skill shortage, it means there are less hands, less people who are available to occupy this position. Do you understand?
Yes.
When there are not enough people available with skills needed to do the job. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, practical skills.
Particular skills. The particular knowledge a
Practical,
person, no,
practical,
wait,
practical skill.
practical skills, the knowledge a person got and trained so now is able to perform it in real life. He was selected to take part in a TV show requiring specialist knowledge and practical skills. He needs to ensure that all new teacher can really teach and are trained in the practical skills that the job demands.
Okay, the next one, basic skills.
Basic
Hello.
skills. Yes,
Okay.
yes, okay.
Do you understand
Skills,
practical skills?
skills that are essential for the person to be able to fit into the job. The basic skills required for a job are communication, presentation, understanding customers, computing skills, mathematics, will makes willingness to learn, etc.
Willingness to learn. Okay, so basic skills, these are essential things someone must have before you can get a particular job. Let's say, for example, I I want to apply as a teacher in anti-school. I'll need basic things like I'll need a TOEFL certificate to certify that I have learned English. I'll need a laptop or a gadget. I'll need a good Wi-Fi internet connection. Do you understand? I'll need some basic or essential things. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Yes, I should be able to speak English fluently for both and in a neutral way for people who are foreigners and people who are from other countries. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, the next one, aptitude.
Aptitude, a natural ability or skill. Discovering that he had an aptitude for finance, he got a job as a commercial credit analyst. To display have shown an aptitude to make the special ability or talent possible for somebody to be seen and noticed. He has been studying for A levels and has shown an aptitude for computer studies, art, and design.
Okay, so when we say aptitude, this is your natural skills, mostly things someone was born with. Do you understand? People that they are just born, and when they get to a certain age, they realize they are very good with painting. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Or drawing, okay, or with artwork. Okay, the next one.
Aptitude test, a test to find out if someone has a natural ability for a particular type of work. I had to take an aptitude test before I began training as a nurse.
Okay, that's great. So an aptitude test is a test to find out someone's natural ability. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, the next one.
High grade aptitude, a high level of intellect and quickness to learn something. From her early years, she showed great aptitude for study, an ardent and as enthusiastic spirit, and unquestionable talent. He was educated in the
Enthusiastic spirit.
an enthusiastic spirit
Mhm.
and
Okay.
unquestionable talent. He was educated in the Jesuit College at Parma and showed at first a great aptitude for mathematics.
Okay, great. The next one, competent. Competent is the ability to do something well. Do you understand? For example, if I'm able to teach well for a longer period of time, you say, oh, she's competent in teaching English. Do you understand?
Yes,
Yes, okay, read the next one. Okay, the example says her competence as a teacher is unquestionable. Okay, just like we said here, he reached a reasonable level of competence in his English. Do you understand?
yes.
Okay, you read the next one, professional competence.
Professional competence, the capability to perform the duties of one's profession generally, or to perform a particular professional task with the skill of an acceptable quality.
Okay, so this is the capability to perform duties on one's professional on one's profession generally. That having ability to do something within your own professional skills. Do you get?
Yes.
Okay, the next one.
Communicative competence. A speaker's internalized knowledge both of the grammatical rules of a language and of the rules for appropriate use in social context.
Okay, okay. So that is ability to for someone to be able to internalize knowledge, both grammatical rules and language. Do you understand? Ability to be good at what you're doing, that is in speaking and in communication. Do you get?
Yes.
Okay, the next one.
To lack competence, not possessing the necessary ability, skill, etc., to do or carry out a task.
Okay, to lack competence, that is not having the necessary ability to do something. Okay, the next one.
To acquire competence, to get the ability to do something well that is important to you in your job.
Yes, okay, the next one, competence development.
The process in which an important skill that is needed to do a job grows or changes and becomes more advanced. We shall all contribute to creating a favorable learning environment since this is the basis for competence development. Guidance tools and action plans as strategies are also developed with the active involvement of participants as a competence development process.
Okay, so competence development, the process of in which an important skill that is needed to do your job grow or changes and become more advanced, trying to advance your learning or your skills. Do you get?
Yes,
Okay. The last one, core competence.
or competence, a skill that is necessary to be able to do a particular activity or job, something that a company does very well and that makes it better than other companies. The core competence of any professionals is problem solving. Their core competence is buying other companies and making more of their assets than their previous owners did.
Okay, so core competence, this is a skill that is necessary to be able to do a particular activity or job. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so move to the next discussion. Can you go back to your platform? This one was just for my notes. So I wanted you to see so you understand the vocabularies well.
Okay. What kind of skill were you taught during your school times?
So what kind of skills were you taught during your school time or as you're in school?
Uh, like communicative skills.
Okay. What of a skill like maybe a hand-on skills you can use your hand to learn or something? Were you taught any of that? Hello.
Um, yes.
Okay, what was
Maybe
it?
count some numbers.
Okay, the next question.
Is there anything you haven't aptitude for? Did you discover this during your school education?
Is there anything?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. So what type of competence do schools develop?
Um, maybe
Okay, let's say maybe communicative competence and a core competence. Do you understand?
yes.
Okay, what is your opinion about public education in your country? Does it help to get practical skills?
Mhm. Maybe it helps, but not so much.
Okay, no problem. Okay, what could schools do better to facilitate learning?
Mhm. Um, okay, I think that they need to put away the homework and no, like we just would have the lesson without homework.
That's not right. How would you have lessons without homework? It's
But
homework is
it's
actually
difficult. Like from I have for example 8 lessons for a day, and from this all 8 lessons I have a homework for tomorrow.
okay, okay. So actually, I think it's you're given homework because they want to test your knowledge. They don't want you to sit down and idle at home doing nothing. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes, your teacher doesn't want you to sit at home doing nothing. They want you to be active. They want to make sure that you are actually going through what you were taught in school. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. The next one, which course or subject have helped you gain professional competence?
Um, Maybe if we talk about medical, no, like doctors, so it's biology and
So take that
chemistry,
again.
biology and chemistry, chemistry.
Chemistry, chemistry. Okay, okay, it's fine. Well done. So let's move to the next grammar. Okay, today we're talking about
Oh, it's
some phrases.
Shakira.
You
Ah,
said what?
here is like Shakira, I think on the picture which I
Okay,
have.
okay. Okay, just look at my screen first. Do you understand?
Yes,
Can you see that?
yes.
Okay, read what you have. Phrases.
Phrase plus is was plus present past tense. The truth is they don't have any support in what they do. The problem was he never showed aptitude in the math.
Okay, so when talking about the phrases like we can use phrases such as question. The question is, the fact is, do you understand? The fact of the matter is, the trouble is, the truth is, the problem is. Do you understand?
Yes,
Okay, so there's like it said here, the truth is they don't have any support in what they do, or the problem was he never showed aptitude in maths. Okay, take the next one.
okay, it's we use the auxiliary verb do did plus affirmative verb to emphasize
We use auxiliary verb,
auxiliary
auxiliary. We use the
auxiliary verb
auxiliary verb. Do, did, continue.
plus affirmative verb to emphasize the contrast between the sentence and emotion. I'm not keen on education system my country choose, but I do love the teachers who can teach skills whatever methods they have to follow. We really did enjoy watching the thriller last night.
Okay, so we use the auxiliary verb do, did, plus affirmative verb to emphasize the contrast between the sentence and emotions. We really did enjoy watching the thrillers last night. It's trying to emphasize the contrast and emotions. You enjoyed the thrillers you watched last night. Okay, the next one is do, did plus bare infinitive. We use the pronoun myself, yourself, etc. to add emphasis. The pronouns is stressed in speech. They try to save the good in our children's heart themselves. Do you understand? Did your brother
Yes,
help you with the essay? No. I wrote it myself. That is using the pronoun myself, yourself to add emphasis. When you say, no, I wrote it myself, you're trying to emphasize that you did it without someone's help. Just like it says, please note that the difference between myself, that's me, not someone else, and by myself, on my own, without help. Do you understand? When you said, I did it by myself, it means that, or you did it all myself. It means that you did it on your own without someone's assistance. Do you understand? You did your essay by yourself. No one assisted you. You're trying to stress the emphasis that you did it on your own without the help or support of another person. Do you get?
Yes.
Okay, read the next one.
We question word from this.
No, we use certain phrases to
Uh-huh.
indicate surprises, or let me read it. We use certain phrases or to indicate surprises or irritation. Example, whatever, where on earth, why in the world? Do you understand? Surprise, surprise, like, why in the world would you do such a thing, Sophia? Oh, whatever, I'm not coming with you to the party. Do you understand?
Yes.
Goodness, no. Whatever, whatsoever. They are often used in questions and negative statements. Why ever do the government keep on ignoring practical skills but teach the next generation how to pass the exams? Okay. What on earth are you doing? Do you understand? Where in the world are my keys? Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So take the question word.
Question word plus ever on the earth in the world plus yeah, I forgot how it's read. Auxiliary.
Auxiliary.
Auxiliary. Goodness knows how he will pass the exams.
Okay, so use question word plus ever on the earth or in the world plus auxiliary. Goodness knows how he will pass his exams. That's just trying to express. Okay, so next one, goodness knows plus indirect question. What did he say? Nothing whatsoever. Do you understand? Know something whatsoever. If it had no effect whatsoever, none whatsoever. Are there any problem? None whatsoever. Do you understand? They're just giving us an instance. It's when you say nothing whatsoever, no something whatsoever, none whatsoever. Do you understand?
Yes.
Example, Rose had nothing whatsoever to do with the incident. Do you understand? They are trying to tell us when we can use no something whatsoever, none whatsoever, or nothing whatsoever. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, so read what you have there. 1.1.
Um, I'm not keen on the education systems my country choose, but I do love the teachers who can teach skills whatever methods they have to follow. The truth is they don't have any support in what they do. They try to save the good in our children's hearts themselves. Why ever do the government keep on ignoring the practical skills but teach our next generation how to pass the exams?
Okay, okay. So it's just like a what it's just bringing out the things we revised earlier or we studied earlier. Okay, 1.2, can you read?
Emphasis. The truth is they don't have any support in what they do. The problem was he never showed aptitude in math. What other im- empathic beginnings did you see? The question, the facts of the matter, the trouble. Make a few examples with those beginnings. The truth problem question plus is was plus sentence.
Okay. I think we've already said all this on what we did. Okay. Do 1.3, complete the second sentences, adding emphasis. Okay, let me take the first one. Complete the second sentences by adding emphasis. The first question says, I just turned on the light and the bulb went. So I could say, all I did was turn on the light and the bulb went. Do you understand?
Yes.
All I did was turn on the light and the bulb went. Okay, number 2, can you try?
I wasn't completely honest with you. That's the truth. The truth. The truth was completely. The truth was completely honest with you.
The
Or
truth is, I wasn't completely honest with you. Take that.
the truth is, I wasn't completely honest with you.
Correct. Okay, number 3.
Why did he steal the money? That's what we need to find out. The question is, why did he steal the money?
All right, the question is why he stole the money. Correct. Number 4.
The documentary taught me absolutely nothing. The truth is that documentary taught me absolutely nothing, absolutely whatsoever, nothing.
Okay, the documentary taught me nothing whatsoever. Do you understand?
Yes,
Okay, the next one, number 5.
we didn't pay for the meal, we paid for drinks. We didn't pay for the meal, the truth is we paid for drinks.
Okay, the next one.
I'm really, really bored, and that's the fact. The fact is that I'm really, really bored.
Correct. Okay, number 7.
I have no idea what he's going to lie to her. Goodness knows the truth is he going to lie to her.
Okay, goodness knows what he's going to lie to her. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Number
You,
8.
you spoiled everything, Jack. Why did you say that?
Why on earth did you say that? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so 1.4. I'll drop the answer to, or you can follow the link to check the correct answer. Do you understand?
Yes. Okay. Oops. It's come. No, the next question. The next task is
Yes.
come in and take off your coat. The truth is to take off your coat, or how it should be.
Hold on, please.
I don't know how
Okay, you
it
can
should
start.
be.
You said?
I don't know how it should be in this first one.
Okay, let me make example for the first one. The first one says, come in and take off your clothes. You could say, do come in and take off your clothes. Do you understand? Do come in and take off your clothes.
You've been late for school every day this week. Be on time today.
Mm-hmm. Do be on time today. Do you understand?
Yes. I don't much like listening to music on the radio, but I enjoy live music. I do enjoy live music.
Correct.
You've got an exam tomorrow. Go to bed early tonight.
What? Okay.
I do got an exam tomorrow.
No. Uh-huh. Do go to bed early tonight.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I hate it when you raise your voice.
Mhm. I do hate it when you raise your voice.
I do hate it when you raise your voice. I didn't score a goal, but our team won, and that's what counts. I didn't score a goal.
Okay, but our team did win. That's what counts. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, the
Uh,
next one.
stop talking. Stop talking. Will you? Do you? Do stop. Do you stop talking?
Stop talking. You were correct. Do stop talking. Will you? Do stop
I
talking.
did. Do stop talking. I didn't help with the housework, but I did my homework. I didn't help with the housework, but I did my homework.
No, but I did my homework is the correct thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, the next 1.1.
Look at this
Look at
picture.
this. Mhm. Read it.
Look at these pictures below. Discuss these questions with your partner. What problems are the people in the pictures having? The first one, it's a woman who is very busy and she have two childs with which next to her and maybe distract her. The
Okay, she's
second,
trying to solve too many things at a time. Do you understand? Trying to
uh,
work, trying to help the children with their homework. Do you understand? And she's still on a call.
yes, yes.
Okay, the second picture.
The second picture here is a girl which is relaxing and maybe something watching.
Okay, okay. Okay, the next
Mhm.
one.
The third picture it's an old like an old man which is trying to find something in the computer.
Okay, that's great. Okay, the second question says, have you ever had any of these problems?
Hmm. I don't, which problems is on the picture too?
You said?
Which problems is on the picture too? I think that she's just relaxing.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, how did you could you find a solution?
Maybe on the third picture where is old man, he could try to find someone who can help him. Maybe
Okay, that's
someone who are good at technology.
okay. Can you think of one more piece of advice for online learners?
Um, no,
The last
wait,
question.
maybe try to. I don't know.
Okay,
No,
no problem.
how I said, I think for this old man, he could just ask for help for someone who are good at technology.
Okay, no problem. Point two. Many people today are studying online discuss the questions. So do you have a lot of experience with studying online?
Yes, when it was an pandemic and my school was online.
Okay, okay. Why do people want to study online?
Maybe it's more comfortable. You like sitting at your home and just doing some work, and you don't need to go out.
Okay, that's great. What are the three advantages of studying online?
You could you have more time. You could relax. You like if you have a bad mood, you don't need to communicate with people. Maybe it also depends on which work it is.
Okay, that's great. So what are the disadvantages?
That maybe if you work uh, if if you study online too long, it could be difficult then to speak with people in real life.
Yes,
Um,
that's true. Okay, another
please,
one.
maybe it's not very bad for our health if we studying too much and sitting only at home, because our health needs some fresh air and to walk somewhere.
Okay, okay, that's great. But I also think in a way it makes people lazy because you just stay at home and you don't have to go out or stress yourself. So it makes people lazy. Have you heard?
Yes.
I'll keep it in the kids.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so the next is homework. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, and that will be all for today. Please, when you're free, try to do your homework. Okay, thank you for your time. Thank you for making out time to come for the lesson. I really appreciate.
Thank you so for the lesson.
Okay, no problem. Have a great day.
Thank you. So goodbye.
Okay, good night. Bye, Sophia.